1947. Only 2 years had passed since the end of World War II. The world was moving under the shadow of the Cold War, and in a small, quiet town in America, an event occurred that would change history. This was Roswell. In the middle of the desert, on an ordinary summer morning, farmer William Brazel went out to check his sheep. But that day there was nothing ordinary on the ground, on the soil. There were shiny, thin pieces of metal, strange markings resembling symbols, and areas that looked burned. Brazel thought what he found might be the remains of a plane crash, but there was no engine, no cockpit, no burned human remains. The most remarkable thing was the metals bent, but did not break. They could be crushed, but return to their original shape. This was no ordinary material. Brazel reported the discovery to the sheriff. The sheriff informed the military authorities, and soldiers from Roswell Army Airfield arrived at the scene. The area was quickly cordoned off. Civilians were kept away. The debris was collected. And on July 8, 1947, a historic announcement was made. The military base issued a press release. It stated, "A flying disc has been recovered." Yes. The official statement used the words flying disc. The news quickly spread across the country. Newspapers ran headlines. Radio broadcasts were interrupted. Had America made contact with extraterrestrials? However, just a few hours later, everything changed. The military walked back its statement. A new announcement was made. The object found was said to be a weather balloon. So why was the first statement different? Was it a mistake? Or was the truth being covered up? Eyewitness accounts years later, some witnesses began to speak. Some claimed they saw small bodies at the crash site, beings that did not resemble normal humans. Large heads, thin arms, dark eyes. Some soldiers were said to have covered the bodies with tarps and transported them by truck. Even a nurse claimed to have witnessed secret autopsies. However, none of these statements were officially verified. Were there really alien bodies, or were people imagining things years later? Secret project claim. In the 1990s, the US government made a new statement. The object that fell in Roswell was part of a secret military project called Project Mogul. This project consisted of high-altitude balloons designed to detect nuclear tests by the Soviet Union. The Cold War had begun. America was monitoring the Soviets. So why was it initially called a flying disc? Some researchers believe the project was so secret that even the soldiers did not know what they were carrying. Others believe it is still a cover-up. Area 51. Connection. After the Roswell incident, conspiracy theories moved to another location, Area 51. This military base, located in the Nevada desert, did not appear on maps for many years. Some claims suggest that the spacecraft and beings recovered from Roswell were stored there. Reverse engineering was conducted. In other words, alien technology was studied. Some even claim that some of the technology we use today was developed thanks to this: microchips, fiber optic cables, night vision systems. Is it real, or just an urban legend? What science says. Scientists say there are billions of galaxies in the universe. Within our galaxy alone, there are billions of stars and planets. For example, water was found on Mars in the past. Europa is believed to have an ocean beneath its ice. So is it possible that we are truly alone in such a vast universe? Scientifically, the possibility of life in space is quite high. However, there is still no definitive proof. Roswell remains the biggest question mark. Psychological effect. In 1947, UFO sightings increased in America. People claimed to see lights in the sky. The press continuously reported these stories. Perhaps Roswell was a reflection of the fear of the time. Cold War anxiety, the nuclear threat, unknown technology. The human mind can sometimes interpret the unknown in unusual ways. Conclusion. Nearly 80 years have passed. Documents have been released, reports have been published, witnesses have spoken, but there is still no definitive answer. Did a spacecraft from another world really crash in Roswell? Or was this one of the greatest misunderstandings in history? Perhaps the truth is still hidden somewhere. Perhaps we are not as alone as we think. What do you think? Was Roswell a weather balloon, or was it humanity's first contact with aliens? Write your opinion in the comments, and if you want more mysterious cases like this, don't forget to subscribe.